Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. And today's lesson, I want to go into offense, okay? Basically like saying things that could offend people, all right? Now, the thing is, like, we're no stranger to people saying, you're saying something offensive and stuff like that, or saying the N word is offensive, saying the F word, all this stuff. And we have to. The thing is, we have to look out for the things that we say, or else our videos are going to get taken down. Okay, for bullying, misinformation, all this stuff. All right. So yes, we got that. We got that now, yes. But the thing is, what's actually straight up hilarious is if someone talks about the other side or our beliefs, then it's completely fine. It's okay. It's all in good fun and stuff like that. And I thought that was actually hilarious. Okay, because I was playing. Because I did, if my video can, not video, I was playing this, okay, Final Fantasy 16, and the funny thing is, I don't know why, the funny thing is, like, the things that they are saying, it is so clearly a jab and an attack on the God of the Bible, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. It is very clearly an attack on, I want to say, Christianity, and by extension, the Israelites, just by association, not necessarily a direct jab, but just a jab by association. All right, so the thing is, and I've done a video on this before, and the thing is, like, I genuinely get offended at hearing these things, and it's not a nice, I'll say it's not a good thing to hear. So I guess I will admit that I partially understand where they're coming from. Sometimes it's not the best thing to hear, but at the same time, okay, keep the same energy. Okay, where's the fairness? If you can say something in one way, you have to be able to take it the other way. All right, if they can talk shit about the Most High Yahweh, we should be able to talk shit about whatever what is it called, the Alphabet Gang. All right, it is very clear. It is very clear that these people, like, are on Esau's dick, literally on Esau's dick when they made this thing. It was so inspired. It's like they interviewed Esau, Edom, and thought, okay, how do you want us to make this story? Like, can you tell us all about your beliefs? Okay, and what came out was this game in terms of story, like, in the way that they talk. It's so aggravating to hear. So after I played through it the first time, okay, I just skipped through a lot of the dialogues because at the end of the day, I think it is a fun game, but the only thing that holds it back is the characters and the story. Okay, so it gets on my nerves to hear this, but that the thing about that is it also ties into offense in general, or people getting offended, not just by other people saying disrespectful things. Like, say, for example, if someone said the N word and I got offended by it, and that's one thing, but there's also people that get offended at me or brothers in general speaking the truth, speaking this gospel, telling them, the judgment of Babylon. Okay, Matthew chapter 13, verse 41, the Son of Man shall send forth angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend and them which do iniquity. Okay, so all things that offend, like things that are against Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. Verse 42, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Okay, so right here. Okay, it says that just as in the parable, it spoke on how the angels are going to be the wheat and the tares, and getting rid of the tares. All right, that's amongst the wheat. That's what's going on with this. All these things that are against Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, alphabetism, bestiality, and just sin in general, and many more. Okay, the doctrine of Esau and many more, like heathen customs. All right, all this, it offends Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. All this is disrespectful and contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. All right, because the Lord, He made us. He told us, okay, this is how we should be living, X, Y, and Z. And then for people to just think, oh no, I want to do this instead, or I want to go contrary. I just don't want to listen. Okay, then it's a very what's the word? I guess arrogant, self-righteous type of mindset to have. Okay. So as a result, the Lord says that those that offend are going to be destroyed. All right. Mark chapter 4, verse 16. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness. So as soon as someone hears the word, okay, and it's on stony ground, like there's no soil for it to grow. That's basically what it says. So that means that translates to, oh, someone hears it like, oh wait, that makes sense. This word is true. But because there's no soil in them for the seed of the truth to grow, then after they hear it, then like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And then a few seconds after, then okay, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to listen to it anymore. Verse 17, and have no root in them, and so endure but for a time. Afterwards, when affliction and persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. So more so again, like for example, defending the gospels. Like say, for example, you are and I want to say metaphorically 2 seconds, which translates to, okay, so you hear the gospel, okay, you say, oh yeah, I'm definitely an Israelite, and then you go else, and then you say, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite to someone else, and then they say, oh, how can you be Israelite X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third, and they basically are quote unquote, not literally, but quote unquote debunking you, and you don't know how to counter their arguments, you don't know what to say as a rebuttal, okay, then you say, oh no, you're just being this, oh this, that, and the third, or blah, blah, oh I don't even believe that, I didn't actually believe it, I just heard this, that was just something that I heard, and like stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure people, brothers and sisters, have heard someone like that is, that said something boldly and as if it was a matter of fact, and then immediately when someone or you break it down and show them how they're wrong, then they start backtracking and say, oh no, I didn't actually say that, I was just saying this is something that I heard, like this is, don't shoot the messenger, that type of mindset, okay. And this is the type of people, okay. Again, it's when they have to endure persecution for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, okay, Yahawah Yahawashi, then that's when they don't have that foundation, and they're not fully and truly in it. All right, let me get this. Matthew chapter 11 verse 6, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. So those that are saying like, okay, well, number one, primarily when you hear this word, okay, and because because this is a big thing actually, when for primarily Christians, when you bring out scriptures, okay, people will get offended, people get mad, people will say you're preaching the gospel wrong, when it literally says something as clear, as plain as day. Okay, if something says ABC, okay, you can't say BCD, XYZ, all this other stuff. Okay, if it clearly says that, okay, and that is that's a very big thing, a very common thing. Okay, because especially for me, well, not even for me, for brothers in general that are preaching this gospel, when one key example is our Edomites. Okay, people, or Jake will say, but what about the white man? Okay, and that will cause them to get offended. That will cause them to get mad, saying all this stuff, because they want so hard to include Esau. They want to include them and say, oh, I want to save them X, Y, and Z, when they do not love you. They do not care about you. They do not fuck with you. All right. But yet Jake wants to go above and beyond to kiss Esau's ass. All right. And that is where the offense comes in, because they do not want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the reality of the situation, because they are so in love with the world. All right. Mark chapter 9, verse 43. And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life maimed than having two hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched. Now, this goes into another thing, which, I can say, if this was for me, I pray, YAHAWADAH, that I would be able to do so. This is metaphoric in the sense that if there is something holding you back from being able to follow after YAHAWASHI, cut it off, metaphorically, as in cut off that thing. Like, for example, what's it called? Your love of, because the thing is, let me get this actually, because it goes together with it. It's a matter of not sinning particularly. First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. So it is lawful to have a hand, okay? But the thing is, in this metaphor, it says cut it off if it's a bother, cut of this truth. And what that means is, for example, if you have a hobby of playing video games, but every time you play video games, you lose track of time, and then you just don't make a lesson, you don't study, it gets in the way of your study, like you're just too focused on that, okay? And that's when you got to cut it off. Like, you got to either sell your gaming console, stop playing video games, or whatever, okay? And the Wadi YAHAWASHI, that that's not a problem for me, because I do play video games, but at the same time I'm still able to make lessons. Now, Slacky, bear with me one moment. All right, Slakia. So as I was saying, if you, for example, if you need to study the scriptures, okay, if you need to go on the highways and byways, but you're unable to because you want to play video games more than you want to study, you want to play video games more than you want to go on the highways and byways or whatever, then that is a problem. That's when you have to, okay, you know what? This is getting in the way. I love playing video games, but I love YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI more. So as a result, I'm not going to play video games anymore. I'm selling these. I'm getting rid of this. I'm losing this so that I can serve YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Okay, and I pray again, like I said, I pray that if video games were getting in the way of me and stopping me from doing this work, which as of right now it's not. I'm not going to say it's never. It will never get in my way. I would pray that it doesn't, but as of right now, as I'm making this lesson right now, as a matter of fact, the funny thing is, this playing video games is what got me to make this lesson. I was just playing a video game, as I had mentioned previously. If I can get my mouse. As I mentioned previously, I was playing this game, and this is what inspired me to make this lesson. So it goes to show, it doesn't have to get in your way, but you have to have that spiritual discernment. You have to be responsible enough to make that make that informed decision to say, okay, is this a problem for me? Is it getting in the way of things for me? No. Okay, I'm gonna keep on doing it. Yes, I'm going to stop now. All right, and I'm not saying that your immediate response should be selling your stuff. It doesn't have to be. It can be, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put this to the side, hide it somewhere, so I can get back into doing the Lord's work. And then when you're able to have that self-control, then you can go back to playing it. And then, it's all a matter of self-control. But at the end of the day, if, again, going back to Mark 9:43, if it gets in your way and you cannot control it, then get rid of it. Okay, cut off that arm, which metaphorically is not just video games, but literally anything and everything that could be getting in your way. It doesn't have to be something that is a straight up sin, because you shouldn't be sinning in the first place. Like eating pork, that's not something that's getting in your way. Well, yes, it is something that's getting in your way, but it's just straight up a sin. It's something that is metaphorically the arm in Mark 9:43. It is something that is lawful to do. Like you can lawfully play video games, you can lawfully watch movies, you can lawfully do whatever hobby, all right, but as long as it's not getting in the way. Again, Slakia for repeating myself many times, but that is the point. Matthew chapter 18 verse 6. Okay, and again, like we don't want to offend the Lord, because again, like imagine that. Okay, as Yahawashi is our head. Okay, imagine this: if you are a man, okay, if you are a man and your wife, and you want to spend time with your wife, you want to do whatever with your wife, and your wife is spending more time with her friends, then she needs to cut off her friends. She needs to cut off her hand, metaphorically, in order to have that respect for you. And then taking it a step further, as the man is the head of the woman and the woman is the head of the children need to respect their parents. So the children need to cut off their metaphorical hand, which could be whatever it is, video games, whatever. It doesn't, I don't know, I just keep on going back to video games. It's the best example. It's, I think, the most common thing that is actually lawful to do, as well as might be a stumbling block. Okay, but anyway, as I said, if the mother is expecting something from her kids and they're not doing it, then of course the kids need to make that informed decision that, okay, you know what, out of respect, out of love, I'm going to sacrifice this, get rid of this, so that I can do right to my head. All right. Now, and again, that goes into us as well, as I mentioned before, getting rid of any unnecessary thing that is getting in the way of serving Yahweh Shai. Matthew chapter 18 verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hang about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So right here, we see that if someone, okay, a heathen or whatever, offends us, the Israelites, okay, the Israelites that believe, the 1/3 that believe on Yahawah or YAHAWASHI, okay, then that means that they have some answering to do, okay. It's not gonna be a fun time for them, all right, and it goes into multiple different layers of offense. Offense is very clearly, as we can read and as we can see, a very serious thing. Okay, number one, we as the servants and children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we don't want to offend our head. We don't want to offend Yahweh. We don't want to offend Yahushai. Okay, because we don't want to be forsaken. So as a result, as it says in Mark chapter 9 verse 43, if we don't get rid of the things that offend Yahweh or Yahushai, then we're going to be punished for it. Okay, we're going to be abandoned, forsaken into the nuclear destruction. Okay, that's awaiting Babylon. All right, and if we do, let go and get rid of these things, these stumbling blocks, then that's where we're going to be entering to life maimed, metaphorically entering to life without something, out of love. Okay, where was I? Okay, and then on that next level, there's also the fact that these people, these heathens, they offend us. Okay, we get offended, and that's the thing. Like, we should be getting offended on behalf of Yahweh or Yahushai. Okay, when someone is disrespecting the concept of Yahweh or Yahushai, as well as Yahweh and Yahushai, because in the video game specifically, they didn't offend Yahweh or Yahushai. They were offending the idea, or well, not necessarily them, but just in general the concept of God. Okay, that's what they were doing. Okay, they were talking shit about that and saying how, the creation is better than the creator, basically. All right, and that is where the offense comes to it, because I honestly do not like hearing that type of stuff, and yes, it does kind of offend me when I hear it. All right, so which again, it is a good spirit to have, because it shows that I do have love for Yahweh or Yahushai. Okay, and by extent, and I pray that other brothers and sisters are able to truly have that same spirit and mindset. All right. Matthew chapter 13, verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth not, and then come the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receiveth seed by the wayside. But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, and endureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word, and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit, and bringeth forth some an hundredfold, some 60, and some 30. Now, the thing is, again, like I said before, there are different levels to this. Okay, there are those that it's like this basically just goes back into how there is someone that as an example, like, okay, they heard this word, they heard, okay, yeah, you're an Israelite, okay, and they say, oh wow, you're right, that's true, all this XYZ, da 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 da, and then when they go somewhere else and they regurgitate, that's beautiful word, regurgitate what they just heard and not fully and truly understand it, okay, but regurgitate it to someone else, like, well, I don't want to say that, but they want to regurgitate to someone else, okay, and then someone else that actually studies the Bible to not as much as someone that's in Great Millstone or whatever, or actually knows more about prophecy, but knows the baseline more than the average person, because the average Christian, they do not know jack shit that's in the Bible. Like, you cannot, they would not know anything. They scarcely know about some of the stories, but I highly doubt that they know who, like, freaking, like, I don't even know. They don't even know who Jacob is. They probably don't know who Isaac is. Samson. All right, like these, they really just do not know. They probably know, all they know is Jesus Christmas. That's all they know. All right, they only know New Testament. There's an Old Testament, like that's the type of mindset they have. All right, so in that, like, they're going to be like, okay, as soon as they hear, oh yeah, I'm Islam, blah, 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 and then when they go to someone else, then they're going to get offended. And this is where, the Lord just not, clearly is just not dealing with them, because he did not let them have soil. He let them have stony ground, so that the seed cannot and will not grow. All right. But with that, I hope this was edifying. The conclusion of this is basically, there's going to be a lot of offense. All right. I pray that, and we're going to get offended. Okay. People are going to get offended. I pray that for you brothers and sisters out there, when you hear something, that you are able to get offended for YAHAWASHI's sake. It's not that you don't, not that you should, take action or try to attack someone. All right. Obviously, that's not what I'm advocating, but I'm just saying in the sense of, like, because Slaki, that's a big thing. Because I was just, I remember seeing this one thing. Okay. There's, servants, there's servants in, like, media. All right. Where you have these dedicated servants, all right, that when someone talks bad about their master, they're ready to go fight tooth and nail against the person that committed the offense. We should be like that, okay? Because truly, we truly do love YAHAWASHI, okay? And that love is a very important thing to have, okay? And I'm sure that even, well, no, I can't even speak for them. So slacky about that. I was about to speak for them, but for the my brothers and sisters that are in this truth, okay. And when you hear someone talking badly about YAHAWASHI, even if they don't use the proper names, okay, because we know that they are talking about YAHAWASHI, okay, we still get offended. We still, it aggravates us. It gets us mad, and that's the type of spirit that we should be having. We should be able to feel the pain of our Lord. All right, that's basically the ending. That's the thing. All right, that's the inspiration. That was the whole matter of this. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say Shalom.